Internet, good morning. My name is Magnitude, aka Steve, and welcome back to Bag of Wins, a series where I take an opposing Elestrals game state and I show you legal but very complicated ways, but again legal ways to overcome that game state. I reach into my bag of wins and I show you how to defeat it. Now, of course, complexity is key. This series is meant to demonstrate two things. One, Elestrals is a great game. You should play it. I'm definitely biased. I'm part of the people that made it. You should definitely play it. I'm not going to hide that. But also, the sheer number of game mechanic possibilities that can come from any given situation in the game state. I overcomplicated that for no reason. I don't know why. Essentially, what I'm trying to say is any given game state can have a near infinite number of possible actions based on how the game is played and mechanically how it works. And I love all the intricacies for that. And I love a good pun, so I'm going to reach into my bag of wins for you guys, show you how to overcome this opposing game state. Looks like we have two VOLTEMPEST, Champion of Zeus, and they have a face down. That could be kind of anything. So I'm going to show you guys how I'm using any card combination that I can come up with. That as long as the plays I'm making are legal, that is exactly what I'm going to do. If you have suggestions for game states you'd like to see, of course, comment below. And if you could do it better, tell me how you do it better. I would love to see how you do it better. But again, complexity is key. So let's look at what we got there for the opponent. We got, again, two Champion of Zeus VOLTEMPEST. So the first thing I'm going to do is, again, I like trying to bait face downs if at all possible. It looks like, that face down could be a bluff. I've been known to play 3 Ambrosia face down back when Ambrosia was at 3. But, I've been known to play non-counter runes face down many a time as means of a bluff. But we have to kind of decide what we're going to do about that face down. And the first thing we're going to scout, because I know exactly, I got cards in my hand, and I'm going to draw a card from my deck, draw the card, and we are going to, I'm going to get around that game state here. So the first thing we're going to do, again, guys, we're going to scout. We're going to try to see exactly what that face down is, see if we can bait it, because I have, ways of getting around this. What we're going to do is we're going to cast a Hestia from my hand with 1 Fire Spirit, and then as part of its, enchanting, you can add up to 3 more fire, and I'm going to do that. Now, Hestia says, simply, if the opponent has the same or more amount of Elestrals as I do, they have 2, I have 0, bada bing, I can disenchant 2 fire, which means take the spirits, 2 moth, send them to the old UW, the underworld, and I can special cast, which is, you have an infinite number of special casts, a 1-cost fire spirit Elestral from my hand with fire. So I will, and I'll be Kindleo, and that card is great. Connects to fire. When I do, I can target and destroy an opponent's Elestral. It's awesome. Nexus means moving spirits from one card to another. So I'm going to say, is there any response? And they're going to say no response. So then I'm going to go, okay, I'm going to activate Kindleo's effect. I'm going to go ahead and Nexus 1 fire, move 1 fire to Kindleo, and they're going to go, yep, that is going to be a Gorgon's Gaze, which is kind of, again, what I maybe not thought, but that's the worst case scenario for this, because that stops Kindleo from doing anything at all. But again, we've only used our special cast, we have not yet used our normal cast, and we use Kindleo kind of as bait for that face down, because we are absolutely not done. Now, I wanted to kind of see what they were going to do before I made this particular play here. So the play I'm going to make is I'm going to play a card from my hand called Sandstorm, and that is every Elestral that is not Earth Enchanted, return it to its owner's hand if it's in defense position. Otherwise, change it to defense position. Now, this has to go to defense position because they're not Earth Enchanted. Both of those VOLTEMPEST have to go to defense position, and that is where we're going to make our move. Sandstorm. I'll put that card right from my hand. Fantastic card. Because VOLTEMPEST has much worse defense than it does attack. Of course, it's 7 defense. So, still have a normal. Whoa, that is going to be a cheating play, but you can't show the opponent your cards. Well, I guess you can. It's not really cheating. It's just bad form, I suppose. Anyway, I always get way too overzealous with my card flicking and turning and stuff. So sometimes, that's collateral damage. We're going to normal cast Exalt Flare in attack mode because, again, we have not yet used our normal cast. And this card says I can Nexus up 2 fire. When I do, I can special send this Exalt Flare to an Elestral with an enchantment cost of 1 or 2 fire from my hand. We still have that 1 fire from Messi, don't we? Exalt Flare's effects and activate. We know he's got no face downs. So we're going to go ahead and Nexus 1 to Exalt Flare. Hestia goes bye-bye. And then from our hand, we are going to special ascend this Exalt Flare into a Blazerous. Yes, Blazerous. Had to add the fire there for that special ascend. This Blazerous can attack twice during your battle phase. When this Blazerous destroys 2 Elestrals in the same battle phase, you can special ascend this Blazerous to Trifernal from your hand or deck. Now, the problem we have here is Blazerous has 7 attack. VOLTEMPEST has 7 defense. I have one more card in my hand. 7 plus 1 is 8. Even though 8's not the digit, in the end it's going to give me 10 because of the stadium I'm going to play. Volcanic Forge, I get +1 attack and defense for each fire chain to get. Look at that, this is 3, so I mean it's 8 high. You just need a number that beats 7. That's all you got to do. Number that beats 7. And this is 10 now, so. Blazerous is going to go ahead and attack one of those VOLTEMPEST and destroy it. It's got no face downs, can't do anything about it. I'm going to destroy it. Card effect says I can attack twice during my battle phase, and guess what? I'm going to do that! Blazerous is going to attack the second VOLTEMPEST and also destroy that because 10 higher than 7. Other part of its effect says when it destroys 2 Elestrals in the same battle phase, I can special ascend this Blazerous to Trifernal from your hand or deck. Let's go into the old deck here. Ahaha. Look at that. We have Trifernal coming in on the battle phase. 14 attack, but more importantly, he's going to still be able to attack at the same battle phase, hit them for 4 damage. They only have 3 spirits left. That's just an added bonus one in the game. But the board state is cleared. You ended up with a 14 attacker with the Volcanic Forge with an 18 total stat. Guys, that is how I overcame that game state. That is what was pulled out of my bag of wins. I hope you guys learned something today. And if you didn't learn anything, I hope you made it at least to the end of the video going, wow, this guy is not as annoying as I remember him being, which is kind of cool. Also, is he always going to wear a basketball jersey? The answer to both those questions, even though that's just one question, so I have to ask a second question. No, we assume, just pretend that you asked if I'm that annoying as a question, so I can say both those questions. Guys, both those questions. The answer is yes. Yes. I hope you enjoyed this video. I highly suggest you check out Elestrals in the description if you want to play. It's more my favorite game because, you know, again, not biased at all. Definitely biased. And I'll be putting out these videos a bunch because there's so many ways that you can utilize the cards in the game and to do so many things. I know that sounds super vague. It's kind of because it is. Because this is how I overcame this game state. I want to see how you guys will overcome the game state. I want you to get creative. And also, I want you to leave a like, maybe, comment, subscribe, and, well, I guess that's all that needs to be said. Comment your own game state. You want to see me kind of overcome? No, I'm not getting a haircut anytime soon. I like this. It shields me from the hatred of internet comments. I can just... Now I can't read the comments because my eyes... Nope, hang on. Now I can't read... Now I can't read the comments. Are behind the hair. Hey guys, if you're still watching this video, what are you doing? Leave. Get out of here. Go do something. Go. Get out of here. This is the epilogue to the epilogue. Alright, the actual substance ended a long time ago. Get out of here. You know, I guess I'm just gonna have to cut this abruptly.